Maybe it should have been called Pleasantville 2, this time without quite as much pleasant. The Giver is based on a 20-year-old children's novel about a utopian world where everything isn't quite as perfect as it might seem at first sight. Our hero, a new graduate named Jonas, finds himself playing a key role in this community, but must act as he begins to realize the truth that the others around him just can't see. Now, while it's likely you won't recognize the actors who play the kids at the center of it all, you will likely recognize Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges, who step in as the adults on opposing sides of keeping the town's secrets safe. And let's just start with them, because they're really good. Not that you would expect anything different from Streep and Bridges, but sometimes even great actors can get swept under when the material around them is found wanting. But here, they keep their performances strong even when the film isn't, giving us a reason to believe in this world and stay at least a little invested. I also really enjoyed the way this film used color to convey the changes in our characters. I'd even call it the best thing about the movie. Now, I know as a metaphor it's a bit heavy-handed, but especially at the start, it was subtle enough that I found it to be a beautiful artistic touch, even if Pleasantville did the exact same thing with the exact same message over 15 years ago. And that is a real problem here. Not just that a movie like this already exists, but beyond that, that so many of the themes and metaphorical touches just feel a bit overdone. I mean, the difference, I suppose, is that conceptually we're in a different universe with some interesting rules and traditions, but the concept never quite seems fully realized enough for us to understand why this culture is the way it is. My assumption is that if you've read the book, you probably have a much greater sense of the way this universe operates. But for a non-reader, there just felt like there were missing pieces. This was especially distracting and painful in the last act of the movie, where I had trouble exactly understanding why and how the heroic journey of our main protagonist was supposed to work. I think it was explained well enough in broad terms, so at least I knew what he was trying to accomplish, but I never could quite grasp why it had to be done that way, or exactly why it would work in the first place. It kind of made me feel like the person at a hockey game who doesn't really understand what's going on, but just knows to cheer when everyone else does. Overall, The Giver seems to be a meaningful old story from an interesting new world, even though there seem to be some missing pieces, some great work by Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges, and a nice artistic touch. Bring it back up to a solid C+. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. But first, I want to throw some stuff up over here that you can click on. If you'd like to subscribe, which I'd very much appreciate, you can do that by clicking on the big gray subscribe button. Want to see more? Well, I also have reviews this week of Boyhood, Expendables 3, Let's Be Cops, and What If. You can also click the logo right up here to go to the all-new YourMovieFriend.com, where you can find a searchable database of reviews as well as the written text of these videos.